How's it going, Diablo 2 fans? I'm Switch209, and in today's video, I'm going to go over the Frenzy Barb build that I used to be able to farm the Ammies off of Clone and the torches from the Ubers. But before we get into that, I'm going to do a couple of comment shoutouts from a previously made video that I did, and this is going to be the one for the Rolling Griefs. So the three comments are Jukes McGee saying, WTF, a 100% perfect grief, what in the hell? The second one is going to be Joshua Wang saying, RNG is smiling upon you. And the third one is going to be Tyler Gattinger, who is saying GG, but the video is like 8 minutes too long. So to clarify why some of my videos are a little bit lengthy is because I'm not making videos just for the people that are currently or have been playing Diablo 2. I'm making it for everybody, and that includes someone who was like me and was a returning player after many years of a hiatus, or someone that is brand new to the game and wants to know as much as they can for the rune words, for the IDs, for the character builds, or whatever it is that they're looking for. I want to give them as much of an advantage as I can with as much information as possible, so that way they feel comfortable and feel more knowledgeable going into the game, so that way they can have that much more fun. But with that said, I do always put timestamps in the video descriptions for videos like that, because I know there's a lot of people that don't want to watch the full video, and I want to be able to give them a chance to skip around to the parts that interest them most. And also, just like with this video that you're watching today, the first 5 seconds always mention that there are timestamps in the video description, so that way there is no way that you can miss it. But with that said, and all the formalities out of the way, let's get into the build.
Now I think you shall have your reward.
So as I stated earlier, this is just my interpretation of a Frenzy Barb build, and I am still on the hunt for a lot of the items for my Holy Grail. So I do not have a lot of the most GG items, but I do have quite a bit of powerful rune words and really good gear to supplement for making this a very viable and just very effective build when it comes to farming the mini Ubers and the Ubers themselves. So with that said, I'm not going to go over the statistics of the gear in great detail. I will go into a little bit of detail, and for the rest of it, you guys can look it up if you want to, but most of the stats will be on the screen, so if you need to, just go ahead and pause and read them if you would like to. That being said, let's go ahead and jump right into the attributes leading to the gear and the mercenaries gear, then we'll go ahead and start some runs. So for the attributes, I have 190 points into strength, which seems a little bit excessive, but a lot of my strength comes from the Enigma that I'm wearing. I have enough strength to be able to hold the phase blades and the Eaton axes, but the rest of the strength comes from Enigma. And speaking of, I do have 151 into dexterity to be able to hold the phase blades and the Eaton axes. That will be CTAs. The rest of it I dumped into vitality. I have absolutely nothing into energy. And with my resistances being low, we are going to proc fade with a treachery before we actually fight the Uber, so that way these will be all maxed out, with this one being increased to 80. Now onto the skill tree. This is a hybrid build. I do use this also to farm Pindle and the Pits, so that's why you will see here 1 hard point into Taunt, 1 hard point into Battle Cry, 1 hard point into Find Potion to be able to unlock Find Item. With the rest of it, I have Howl with 20 points because I feel it is very effective as crowd control, especially when it comes to fighting the Ubers. Frenzy is an incredibly useful and very effective attack. However, when it comes to a group of monsters, demons, whatever it is around you, you will not be able to focus simply on just one monster. It will be hitting as many as possible, and that's why I need to be able to get as many of them away from my character as possible, so I can just focus on the Ubers themselves, so that way I can get them killed as fast and effectively as possible. So that's why I put 20 points into Howl. I have 1 hard point into Shout to be able to unlock Battle Orders, which I have completely maxed out for the increase to life and mana. And then I have 1 hard point into Battle Command to increase my skills. Next skill tree is going to be Combat Masteries, and I have put 1 point into the 1 point wonders, which are increased stamina, increased speed, iron skin, and natural resistance. And then I have maxed out Sword Mastery because my main weapons of attack are the phase blades, and this helps to greatly increase their damage and their attack, also with being able to have a good percentage chance for critical strike. For the last skill tree, which is going to be combat skills, I have 1 hard point into Bash, I initially put 1 hard point into double swing, I put 1 hard point into double throw, and I have completely maxed out Frenzy because again, this is my main skill of attack, which with each successive hit increases my damage, attack, and especially my attack speed. So that way I can be able to, when it comes to putting on the duress, I teleport around to find the Ubers, teleport back to town, and then switch gear. So that way I have a better chance of getting them killed a lot faster. But when it comes to hitting anybody and I need to run away really quick to just get a little bit of distance or to heal up, this helps with being able to increase my speed so that way I can run away faster and not be caught by any other monsters. And then I put the rest of my points into double swing because it is a synergy for Frenzy. With each point into double swing, it is 8% damage per level. So going over the gear, starting from the top, we have a Shaco, which is an increase to all skills, huge boost to life and mana, which will then be boosted even more by battle orders. And then this is my first of 3 damage reduced by gear that I'll be using. So for the Anni, I'm using Sarrakin's Chance because of the extra boost to attributes and resistances, because without it, unfortunately, 2 of my 3 really crucial resistances are very low. And even with Fade proc from Treachery, it would not be maxed out, so I need to be able to supplement my resistances somewhere, and that's where I'm using it with the Anni. For the body armor, I'm using Enigma for the extra boost to skills, but mainly for the teleport. From here, you also get, like I showed earlier, the extra strength, and my second of 3 sources of damage reduced. The third one is going to be the String of Ears, which also has an 8% life stolen per hit. So with the damage reduced on here by 14%, here by 8%, and here by 10, I have a total of damage reduced by 30, which is almost like wearing a storm shield. So for the gloves, I'm using Venom Grip simply for the crushing blow. For the first ring, it's Ravenfrost for my source of Cannot Be Frozen and the extra boost to attack rating. The second ring is just a little bit extra boost to attack rating and some lightning res. My boots are Goblin Toes for the 25% chance of crushing blow. And the weapon for the main hand is Grief. Amazing rune word, especially for just the 1 cost of a low. Everything else should be easily attainable from Hell Countess. This is from the video where I rolled 6 different griefs to see how close I can get to a perfect, if not getting a perfect. And luckily for me, I did get a perfect 40-400 roll for grief. And as far as a melee weapon, this is arguably one of the best melee weapons that you can get in the game. For the offhand, I'm using a Last Wish. As expensive of a rune word as this is, the benefits that you would get from it in a way outweigh the runes that you get, because this is where I get my source of life tap and also where I get a level 17 Might Aura, which increases my damage significantly. And if my Fade fades away from Treachery, this is also where I can get a chance to be able to continue helping my resistances somehow until I'm able to rebuff again. And also where I'm getting an additional 64% chance of crushing blow from the weapon. On the switch, I have 2 CTAs. With the Barbarian, it's maxed out at 3 for battle orders, but anything to be able to boost my life and mana is going to be very, very beneficial for this build. For the inventory, I don't have a ton of 20 to life small charms, so I've supplemented with 40 to life grand charms, and I have a Masteries and Warcry skiller, and a Geeds, because again, this is a hybrid build, a small charm for extra lightning res, and the very first Anni Charm that I identified in my mass identification video, 1519, so not too bad. And then just your standard tomes and key. For the Mercenary, he has an E-bugged Fortitude for the extra enhanced damage and defense, and the extra boost to life, help with his resistances, and not really too well for crowd control, but the Chilling Armor has really come into handy for him, especially when it goes to the Matron's Den with some of the archers shooting at him, and he's able to get them to at least slow down a little bit. It's not huge crowd control, but it does come in handy for him at least. Then Blackhorn's Face for the Helm, for the boost to Lightning Res and the Lightning Absorb. And because he is not strong enough to be able to hold Infinity, with the infinity that I rolled. I did a video where I added sockets to Eth pole arms to be able to hold the rumored infinity. Unfortunately, with the CV that I made it in, he does not meet the 200 strength requirement to be able to hold it. So I'm having him for now just help me with being able to keep up on my mana while I teleport around to be able to find the Ubers. So now we're going to go ahead and create some portals. You want to make sure that if you are going to be doing a lot of torch farming, that you create all 3 portals in the same game, because if you, for example, are struggling with survivability and you're doing 1 portal at a time, if you start a new game or open a new game, however you want to call it, then the portal that you have previously opened has a chance to be opened again, versus if you open all 3 in the same game, it makes it to where you are then given all 3 portals at once. So for example, we have Matron's Den, Furnace of Pain, Forgotten Sands. So we're gonna go ahead and Proc Fade in the River of Flame because it has an open fire pit. So we're gonna buff up battle orders real quick just to be able to increase our health pool in case it takes a little bit for the Fade to proc. There we go. Okay, so we're going to put this back on. Heal real quick. There she is. If any of you guys know of a better way to screen record, because right now I'm using QuickTime Player, please let me know down in the comments below. Because I hate when there's lag in my videos, and unfortunately that's all I have to use at the moment. So again, any help in the comments would be greatly appreciated. So let's go ahead and find Iszual. Okay, so let's see if we can get Iszual kind of isolated by himself. And this is where that huge boost to Howl really benefits. There he is. He was by himself for a second. So we're going to go ahead and swap out our gear. So I'm using a duress and a G-face because that is what is going to benefit the build for the increase to crushing blow from the G-face, and the duress also has open wounds. So I've tried using Chains of Honor, but for me the build just seems to be more beneficial with duress. I do not know why, as when we look here on the stats page, when it comes to crushing blow, 80% and then 33% for open wounds. So let's go ahead and kill Iszual. Oh wait, he's at the top, my bad. There we go. He should be an easy kill, especially if we can get life tap to proc. There we go, he's nearly killed already. There we go, life tap. There, 1 down. Pretty easy. Now we're going to swap back to our Enigma and Shaco. And we're going to go hunt Duriel. So now I'm going to throw a couple of these in here just because I feel it'll be easier to add rejuice just from the cube than to come back to the stash every time. Okay. So now we'll take one out just so that way we can put the eye in it after. So Furnace of Pain. I hate Lilith. Everything about her area, I hate it so much. So we're going to use her portal last. So now we just gotta find Duriel. If we can lure Duriel, if it's possible to lure him to the portal, that would be great. I haven't had a chance to really explore this area too much because I accidentally went to a different difficulty. So a lot of this is kind of new to me as far as the area, like how the mapping is. There he is, so there we go. Let's drag him. Portal. Perfect. Swap out the gear. And this is one thing I hate about mercenaries because their AI is absolutely ridiculous. My mercenary is just chilling right now. You know, I mean, with Duriel right there, one of the 7 evils, he's just chilling, posted up, waiting for anything else to come and fight, when he could be actually helping me. But of course he's not. Thank God he has an insight, otherwise he'd be pretty much useless to me for not being able to contribute. So just need life tap to proc. I don't mind using reduce, but if I can use less of them, that'd be great. So this is the one thing that's really bad about Frenzy is now that we have one of the swarms, I'm going to be focusing on him as well as Duriel. But yeah, it's physical immune, so let's go ahead and see if we can just get rid of him. If not, doesn't matter. There we go. Now we have Bale's Eye. Okay, so that's 2 down. This is the one I hate. The one I've died at the most is Lilith. So I am just hoping for just a quick find and to be done with it. So we're gonna go ahead and just pre-buff again, because why not? Okay, so 4,000. Okay. Ah, God, I hate Lilith. My mercenary will not survive. That's just kind of a guarantee. So just like I said before, I had not really had a chance to explore her area because I accidentally opened up a new difficulty. There she is. Cool. This is good. Just get out there. There we go. Okay. Oh, please just don't die. Please don't die. I don't know, I just have a feeling that she will one-shot me. Which hopefully not. This build actually is really good. So, there we go. And how many? Okay, so I have plenty. So Howl. Okay, so Lilith is already down pretty well. So not bad so far. Not bad at all. Just gotta howl some of these away, but there we go. There we go, life tap procs. And again, I'm not focusing 100% on Lilith. I am hitting the others around her. But there we go, life tap procs. Just keep it going. There we go. Just gotta watch your health. There we go. I don't care about using rejuice. go. Just want to make sure she's dead. Perfect. There we go. Okay. Now back. Okay. So let's heal up. And now I don't really care about having a Merc because it's not really going to matter. So I'm just going to load up on rejuves one last time. Okay. Should just use from the cube, but whatever.
Not here.
Didn't mean to click that. Okay, I'm gonna keep the crush and blow stuff equipped just because it's gonna be, the only thing I need to do is just separate Diablo, and I'll keep it next to here in case I town portal back if it allows me to, but let's go ahead and find, they're usually at the bottom of the map. It's not always, there you go, that's what I'm looking for. All right, Diablo, come on. That's fine. Oh, I just need to get him away from Bale. I can kill him with Bale there, but I prefer just one-on-one. Select tap to proc. No biggie, that's fine. Oh, this clone is there too. Lovely. This is where Frenzy kind of sucks because you are now focusing on more than just one person. Let's see if I can get Diablo down here. There we go. Diablo. Come on, Diablo. You're damn near dead. And that's one. Oh, that's the clone. There we go, there's Bale. Going pretty smooth. Okay, even with the clone there, he's not really doing that much. Unfortunately, the duress is needed to be repaired, so hopefully it can survive just long enough for me to kill Mephisto. At this rate, it should. Come on, life tap, just proc. That's all I need. What's nice is this setup actually is really effective against Mephisto too, as long as you have enough rejuves. And life tap just procs, it's a pretty easy kill, surprisingly. There we go. So now I just need to find Mephisto. Here he is. So we just need to stay away from his poison cloud, because melee characters are unfortunately really vulnerable to it. Okay. Let's life tap to proc. That's it. Same thing with like Lilith, just watch your health. And that's it. There we go. What did we get? Wow. Such a bad torch. Dang. Wish it was better. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to leave the computer going overnight. I don't know why in the hell you go in there. And I'm going to see if I can get declone to spawn. So I can give you guys an example of a declone run. So not really a run, but just kill declone. So I'm going to reload these real quick. And then I am going to go to bed, come back in the morning, and see if he spawned. Which is going to kill the load time to be able to edit this video, but I don't care. Let's repair this.
What do you need?
Okay. Alright. See you guys in a few seconds, but it's going to be a couple hours for me. We'll see if declone spawns. Alright guys, so next morning, left it on for 7 hours, and we're gonna see if declone spawned. I'm gonna just go to the Frigid Highlands to see if we get lucky. So let's go ahead and just left the Crushing Blow gear on because that's gonna be most effective. So let's see. He did! Nice. Hopefully we can get a really good Anni Charm off of him. So this is probably one of the most effective ways to get declone to spawn, is people will just leave their game on overnight and see if with enough Stone of Jordan sold. You can also go into the pluggy.ini files to be able to kind of change around the min and max for what is sold to get him to spawn faster, which is actually what I did, but that doesn't guarantee you're gonna get a quick spawn at all. So gotta throw this overboard. And do we get a perfect? No, we did not. Let's see. There we go. But yeah, quick, easy kill with setup. Same thing that I used for my Uber runs. Nice, easy, and very effective. Alright guys, so that's going to be it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed the build for the Frenzy Barbarian. That is very effective in being able to farm for torches off of the Ubers and to be able to kill declone for an Anni Charm. If you guys like this content and want to see more, please hit the subscribe button and hit the bell notification to be notified whenever a new video comes out. And if you like this video, please give it a like and share it so that way we can get it to as many people as possible to be able to grow the audience. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Stay safe and take care.